What's up guys, Card Pro Technics here. Today I'll be doing an all new deck profile on the Vanquisher Voltage deck from GBT05. So this deck features retiring units to the bind zone so that you can gain huge power while minusing your opponent's field size. So my friend Wei will be doing the deck profile. So yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Alright, never mind. Hi, Vanquisher. Yeah, back. Yep. For the grade 3s, I'll play 4 units of Dragonic Vanquisher from GBT02. Why it does is that as a GB2 effect, when a unit is put into a drop zone by your opponent by your own card effect, this unit gains 3k 1 crit until the end of turn. It can be stackable because it's an auto effect, so that means if you retire 2 units, right, you gain another crit 6. Yes, GB2 lah, easy to work.
Not bad.
When this and the strike on effect is when this card is strike onto another on G4, you may counter blast 1. You choose one opponent front row unit and retire and bind it to the bind zone face up. It's a front row yeah, because that time I made a mistake on binding your rear guard behind. Alright, I got comment. I got scared.
Either way, this thing will hit a bind back, so
yeah, we got a lot of things to find. Yeah, so it's we'll play 4 units of it.
Very important because you can once per turn minus your opponent 1. Yep. So it's good card.
Good card.
It's put into bind zone, is it?
Yes, put in bind zone.
Okay. So
you will not come back.
They won't come back.
Unless you're Nubatama. Yep.
Unless you Aqua Force.
Nah, Aqua Force that rare card. Okay.
True.
For this set, another grade 3, I'll play this Legion of 2-4 striking. One punch 2 guy.
Interesting card. What's this?
Activate Vanguard or Rear Guard ability. Turn 1 Thunder Strike 2. So blast 1. During this turn, this unit gain 2k power and gain the effect is when this unit will choose a unit to attack, choose one opponent Vanguard and one opponent Rear Guard, and this unit battles all the chosen unit in one attack.
Oh, Vermilion? Is it Vermilion?
Not just that, Vermilion. It does not have this restriction and have to battle in the front row. For the Rear Guard, you can snipe its opponent Rear Guard in one battle.
Oh, so good. So you can actually snipe their starters. Some deck really depend on the starter. You just keep whacking the starters. So
yep.
Yeah. So you attack 2 units a go. So it's really good card.
At the cost of 1 Soul Blast.
So let's say boost, right? So 15k guard lah. Do a rear guard.
Yeah. Who want to guard a Rear Guard?
True.
You are really facing Vermilion for one thing.
And it's a very cheap cost because Soul Blast. This deck doesn't use much Soul Blast as well.
Yep. It's good Good standby card as a Rear Guard. As a Rear Guard also because it's a V and R.
Oh, it's V and R skill.
Yes.
Yep. Vanguard Rear Guard.
Yep. For the grade 2s, this irritating Berserker guy, Demonic Dragon. What it does is that it cannot attack a Rear Guard, obviously, when this guy is on a Rear Guard circle. When this unit attacks a Vanguard, it gains 3k, and the effect is, when this unit attack hits, you may counter blast 1, draw 1 card, and choose 1 card from your opponent's bind zone, bind it face up.
Oh my god, is that early game rush?
Yes.
Early game, you call this guy opponent to guard.
11k.
Draw 1 free card, buy 1.
Yeah, that's painful enough, man.
Yeah.
I'll play 2 of the old school card, which Kai likes to use.
Yeah.
The Dragonic Vanquisher.
Yeah, that's guy.
The Berserk Dragon Egg. Why it does that when this unit enter the Vanguard or Rear Guard circle, if you control a non-Kami Vanguard, counter blast 2, choose 1 opponent grade 2 and below Rear Guard and retire it. Simple as that.
Yeah, but
Berserk Dragon, yeah. The Berserk Dragon. Yeah. I'll play 3 of this Clockmaster Dragon. Interesting card. Powerful guard. It's a GB1 Thunder Strike 2 ability.
What's Thunder Strike?
Ability is when your opponent has 2 or more cards in their bind zone. So Thunder Strike 2 means 2 cards in the bind zone.
2 bind cards.
2 or more lah. Most of the time you can able to achieve that during the game.
Yeah.
Okay, when this unit is placed on a Rear Guard circle, until the end of turn, this unit gains 2k for each card in your opponent's bind zone. And all your opponent's unit cannot intercept.
Wow, I remember I saw this card going up to like 20k card just because of
just because of how many bind cards.
Yeah, you can bind a lot.
Then combo with the voltage even more.
Correct.
Then if you play stand trigger, say hi again.
So I believe like Vermilion is like the new Royal Party with green power and retire at the same time. So strong.
Yeah. Look, I'll play 3 copies of it because it's a more of like a mid-game pusher.
Yeah. You push for game.
Push for game. For GB1 is quite.
It has no cost and you can just swing for high number.
High number, but just buying 2 cards is quite easy to fulfill lah.
Yep.
Then I'll play the Vanquisher support, which is the Rock Climb Dragoon. It's a SP. I don't know how it does look like. Okay, what it does is that it's a GB1 effect. Counter blast 1, Soul Blast 1. When this unit enter the Rear Guard circle, if you control a Vanquisher Vanguard, grade 3 and above, Then you may pay the cost. If you do, opponent choose one of his rear guard and retire it and bind it face up. Then until end of turn, this unit gains 2k also.
So come +1, so +1 is retire one lah.
Retire and bind lah. Because retire and bind got a lot of things to combo with lah.
Damn good.
Damn good for Vanquisher support is good enough. 11k solo is always a good choice if you don't have enough rear guards to boost. Alright, I'll move on to the great ones.
Yep.
I'll play 2 of the Wyvern Strike guy. This 7k GB1. When this unit again, you cannot attack a Vanguard when it's a rear guard. And when this unit attacks a Vanguard, it gave 4k until the end of
You
turn.
mean you cannot attack rear guard?
You cannot attack rear guard.
You say you cannot attack Vanguard.
You cannot attack rear guard. So, cannot attack rear guard. You can only attack Vanguard.
Yeah.
Same as the Berserker lah. And 11k attacker. Yep. Anastasia, G negate, needless to say.
Yeah, we use Counter Blast, so we need to flip them, and she looks nice.
Yep.
Looks really nice.
Counter charge is important now sometimes.
Yeah.
The strike folder.
Yeah, search for Vanquisher, right?
Vanquisher, yes. Strike
So,
folder.
because our main guy is the Vanquisher.
Vanquisher, yep.
Search out for him, just in case you can't draw him early game, you can discard a great tree.
Discard a great tree.
To
You won't likely to use it as a Vanguard unless you're so desperate lah.
yeah, unless you're misgrading, we just
Yeah, bro, I got nothing.
This guy's
So I'll play 4 copies to maximize his effect.
Yep.
Then he has his own good friend, the Mighty Boat Dragoon. A Chain Boat Dragoon, that is Mighty Boat, sorry. What it does is that as a rear guard, turn 1, when your opponent's rear guard is put into your drop zone due to the effect from one of cards, let's say Dragonic Vanquisher, most obviously. If you control a Grade 3 Greater Vanguard with Vanquisher is card name, your opponent choose one card from his or her drop zone and bind it face up. If you do, then you can choose one other unit and gain 2k until the end of turn. So it's a power up for your other unit and at the same time increase your opponent's bind zone by making his drop zone empty.
So I ask you, so if I use his skill when I strike, right? He say retire and bind.
Correct.
So got combo, is it?
Correct.
Oh, because he say retire and bind. Not just bind.
Not just bind. So there's a lot. That's why they make a lot of text says that you retire it then bind it.
Oh, I see.
So it's a very good support for the
keyword it says retire and bind, so remember.
So this one is bind lah. This one is when your opponent you retire rear guard. That means I give you a good example with the Dragonic Vanquisher. Be straightforward enough. Then you can bind again, then gain 1 unit for 2k. Other unit.
Bind is very important.
Get set up for later.
Yeah, it also wrecks Legion.
Yeah, it's painful enough, man. Alright.
They bind all their triggers, they can't send back 3 alone.
Alright, I'll move on to the Grade Zeros. I like this Grade Zero heal trigger. Not just because of heal triggers. There's another thing is that this archetype is very rare in Naokami. What is a noble archetype?
Oh, noble.
In Japan they play 4 of these heal triggers simply because that there's this one Grade 4 that is the Dijin of the look like the Indian god. I'll play 4 of it just in case I may need to swap the Grade 4 next time. Because you gain, it also helps to bind later lah. If you play this card on the field for each of the noble on rear guard. I just play 4 just in case lah.
Yep.
Draw triggers, needless to say. For
so all the Dijins are noble, is it?
Dijins are noble. No, this is not just that. This is not Dijin, but it's a noble.
Okay.
Based on the archetype.
Oh, okay.
Most of the Dijins are all Grade 3s. This is the only Grade 0 there's a heal trigger as a noble.
It's a draw.
Yep. I'll play 4 of the Vanquisher support. Crit, Triumph of Thunder, Russell. It's the same effect is when put this unit in your soul when a Vanguard attacks and is a Vanquisher Grade 3 or Greater of Vanquisher Grade 3 or Greater Vanguard, because that means if you write a Dijin Grade 3 and you strike the Grade 4 voltage later, you still can put his card into the
These are Vanquishers.
Yes. And if you do, you draw a card and choose your Vanguard, it gave 5k until end of battle.
Same as the TikTok Walker.
Yes.
TikTok Heart Thumper.
TikTok Heart Thumper. All the generics foil card. Yep. And this GPO2 stand triggers. Yes. Because this deck is very power based, we will bind a lot, so like it will get a lot of power later on. So I suggest you will play 4 copies of it because you need to, your opponent will tend to think that they only play now coming deck with only 3 attacks, right? You surprise them with a 4th attack with more power and boost. What it does is that as a GB1, when your opponent's rear guard is put into a drop zone, you may pay the cost by putting this card back to your deck, and you may draw 1 card and counter charge counter charge 1.
So it's a free counter charge.
Free counter charge.
Since you want, you really minus because you
Put that the deck, you draw 1 card and counter charge 1.
So you got a chance to check send later.
Send later and open your counter blast more because you got a lot of things to work with your counter blast along the way.
Correct.
For the starters, right, I'll play the Draco kits because of Great Tree Searcher is that you need the soul to early game for it to maximize your advantage. At the same time, you need to check you need to get your Vanquisher as early as possible lah. If let's say your hand is only get the Dijin or 2 strike, right, you can't do much during your mid game.
Correct.
So what is that? Go inside. So look at top 5 cards. So look at 1 Great Tree card at your hand. Yep.
You can also use a Great Tree for striding as well if you
have
a Great Tree, so it's a good card.
It's a good card. It's a Great Tree. There's always a bonus. You get 1 card, it's always what you want.
Right.
I'll move on to the G zone right now. Lightning Knight Zoras, very simple. Typical card for Narukami fans. What it does is that when this unit attack hits a Vanguard, your opponent will choose 1 card from his 1 rear guard and put it into the drop zone. Then you choose 2 of your opponent's rear guard choose 2 cards in the drop zone and bind it face up. Setting up is always good because bind zone is always important for your mid game and late game. I'll play 2 units of the Conquest Dragon. Conquest Dragon is a very strong card in GBDO2. What it does is that you turn 1 when you may flip its only copy face up. If you do, choose 1 opponent front row unit and retire it. Next is that for each of your opponent's front row rear guard that's empty, right? All your front row units gain 5k for each of the empty rear guard front row until the end of turn. This is an activate ability, so I suggest that you must swarm your field in the front row first, then you can activate Conquest Dragon skill. Then you can gain the respective power based on how many rear guard and empty front row rear guard your opponent has.
So most of the time it's going to be 10k lah.
10k lah, yes.
Also your rear guards all gain by 10k power.
10k if he has no front row rear guards lah. So because you strike with Voltage, Vanquisher, right, you bind 1 is rear guard, then you use Conquest, bind another rear guard, you gain auto 10k for all your front row units.
Wow.
It's painful enough, right?
So it takes more cards off your opponent's hand just to guard.
Yeah, and you place 10 trigger, who knows that you might gonna pen them and restand them, and oh my god, you're gonna die.
Awesome.
Alright, here comes the key card. Dragonic Vanquisher Voltage. I'll play 4 copies.
The new Voltage from GB5.
Yes, what it does is that it's an activate turn 1 ability. Choose itself face up from a G zone until the end of turn. This unit gets, when this unit attacks, hit a Vanguard, your opponent choose 1 of his rear guard, retire it. Then you choose 2 cards in your opponent's drop zone and bind them face up. Like the power, the same version as Zoras. And another thing is a GB3 effect. During your turn, all your units in your front row gain 3k for each card in your opponent's bind zone.
So normally you play average, how much power you can gain?
Normally about average 4 cards, 12k and above.
Oh, 12k and above.
Then you buy more, right? You can experience that it's already going to be more than 12k. You're going to 20 or 30k soon.
Sorry, I saw.
You experienced it before,
I play against you.
Yeah, then you play stand trigger, is like, oh hi man, die.
Yeah, true.
Yep.
Strong card.
Alright.
It's very awesome because we give support for all the bind you get accumulated throughout the game. So the later the longer the game goes, the higher the insane amount of power this card will give your regards. So it's a really powerful card.
Yep.
So I hope you guys enjoy my friend's Wei's Vanquisher deck. Be sure to add me on Facebook and subscribe to my channel. Peace out and love you guys.